हेलो ऑल माय डियर स्टूडेंट। कल हम लोग ग्रेविटेशन के बारे में कुछ पढ़े थे। उसे कुछ 3 टॉपिक स्टार्ट किए थे। दैट वाज द फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी, फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशंस एंड यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशंस। दैट मीन्स न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशंस। आज उसी का पार्ट 2, दिस इज पार्ट 2 मैं लेके आया हूं, जिसमें हाउ टू राइट द न्यूटन्स लॉ इन वेक्टर फॉर्म। So the topic is Newton's law in vector form. So yesterday we started that suppose 2-point object, first is A and second is B, having mass m1 and m2, kept apart from each other at a distance r from each other, from its center, line joining from its center. Now there is a certain force of attractions should be exerted according to the Newton's law of gravitation. So the force of attractions can be exerted on body B by A, and the other force can be exerted on A by B. So if suppose this is the force which is exerted on B by A, that is F12 vector, and the other force, suppose from here it is exerted by the object B on A, that is known as F21 vector, having unit vector, that is r per cap 1 2 in these directions. And for this force of attractions, the unit vector will be just opposite of this r12 vector. It will be r per cap 21 vector. We know that F equals to m1 m2 upon r square. So when we are going to write the entire equations in the vector form, so you know what, it can be written like F12 vector is equals to here will be m1 take, because m1 is the first mass of first object and m2 is the mass of second object, divide by r square, and here will be r per cap 1 2. Similarly we can write F vector 21 equals to m1 m2 upon r square dot r per cap 21. But here we already recognized one thing. This r per cap 1 2 and r per cap 21 both are in opposite directions, opposite nature. So it will be, you know what, r per vector 1 2 equals to minus r per cap 21. Both are what? Both are opposite nature. So we can say that F vector 1 2 equals to minus m1 m2 upon r square, here r per cap 21. And similarly we can write F per vector 21, F21 vector will be minus m1 m2 upon r square dot r per cap 1 2. Hence we get the conclusion that F right now, hence we can get the conclude right now, hence we can say that F12 vector equals to minus F21 vector. 21 vector. That means these are same in magnitude but opposite in nature. So ultimately you can say that in this way we can write the entire equations of Newton's law of gravitation should be in the vector form. इसको अब हम लोग जानेंगे कि ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स का कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होते हैं. What are the important characteristics of gravitational force? So the next topic is important characteristics of gravitational force. क्या जानेंगे कि कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्सेस. First point is gravitational forces are always equal in magnitude but opposite directions. First, they are equal in magnitude and opposite in nature. Because force, it is the central force. That means they are joining exactly in between the centers. That means the line joining in between the centers of two bodies. Suppose this is the first body A, this is the second body B. Both centers are joining with each other. The centers are joining with each other. That's why we can say that it is the central force. Now, third point, it is applicable for the heavenly bodies which has a huge amount of mass. It is applicable for huge amount of masses. That means ultimately we can say that it is applicable for the heavenly bodies. For heavenly bodies. Next point, it is known as long range force. It is also known as long range force. हेलो बच्चों, अभी तक हम लोग ग्रेविटेशन के बारे में बहुत कुछ जाना कि व्हाट डज द मीन ऑफ फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस, व्हाट डज द मीन ऑफ फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी, व्हाट डज द मीन्स ऑफ फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटेशंस एंड व्हाट डज द मीन ऑफ न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशंस एंड इट्स entire SI unit and how to calculate the dimension analysis also. Now अभी हम लोग कुछ न्यूमेरिकल करने जा रहे हैं इसके बेस्ड. तो नाउ बच्चों अभी बोर्ड पे ध्यान दीजिए. नाउ हैव अ साइड टुवर्ड्स द बोर्ड. One question has written over there, that is calculate the force of attraction between two balls each of mass. That means the two balls are identical. Identical means same. Suppose this is the ball, first ball, mass m1. This is the second ball of mass 2. Both are identical. That means m1 equals to m2 equals to 1 kg. That means 1 kg has given the mass of two balls is equals to 1 kg each. Now, when their centers are 10 centimeter apart, that means they are apart from 10 centimeter. It means the distance between these two balls is 10 centimeter. So R will be, radius R will be 10 centimeter. But मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, जब भी न्यूमेरिकल्स को टैकल करो, you have to be convert each and every terms in their SI unit. Is it in SI unit? No, the SI unit of radius is in meter. So we have to convert first of all this centimeter to meter. Now 10 centimeter, that means it will be 10 upon 100 meter. That means 0.1 meter. Now we are going to find the force of attractions in between two. इन दोनों बॉडी के बीच में क्या फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन एक्सर्ट हो रहा है. According to Newton's law of gravitation, we know that force of attraction F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. बच्चों, इस फॉर्मूला पे हम लोग को सारे वैल्यूज को पुट करना है. Now the value of G has given, that is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into m1 m2, both are 1 kg. So 1 into 1, and radius is given, r is given 0.1 meter. That means 0.1 into 0.1. Now first of all, we have to be tackled. We have to be remove these decimals. Here will be 667 into 10 to the power minus 11 divided by 100, because we have removed this decimal. After that, here is one dot, here is one dot. These two dots also be removed. Then here will be 1 cross 1. Then 100 will be go up. Clear? This 100 and this 100 is cancelled out. Cancel out. Now the answer is 667 into 10 to the power minus 11. But it is not in the standard unit. You have to be converting the standard unit. So ultimately, you know what? Here will be 6.67. How it came? By dividing 100. So you have to multiply 102. So here will be, you know what? You have to multiply 102. That means here will be 10 to the power 2 into 10 to the power minus 11. That means ultimately we got 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 plus 2. So ultimately we got the answer 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 9. And the SI unit of force is Newton. So here will be Newton. This is the solution part of this question. अब हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट न्यूमेरिकल से. द नेक्स्ट न्यूमेरिकल, two particles each of mass m go round a circle of radius r under the action of their mutual gravitational attractions. So calculate the following. First, magnitude of force of mutual attractions, and second, velocity of each particle. So first of all, the question is two particles each of mass go around a circular radius. Suppose this is a circle. One particle is here, another is here. Both are revolving around a circular track. They were around a circular track. This is the center of the circular path. So you know what? The distance between these two particles will be, what? Its diameter itself. Its diameter itself. Because the radius has given r. So if we assume this is the center point O, then it will be radius r. दो पार्टिकल, बाबू क्वेश्चन पे ध्यान दीजिए. क्वेश्चन में कहा गया है क्या? Two particles each of mass m go round a circle of radius r. दो पार्टिकल्स है, ये पार्टिकल्स इसका मास m है, दूसरा पार्टिकल्स इसका मास भी m है, बिकॉज बोथ आर आइडेंटिकल एंड दोनों ही सर्कुलर ट्रैक में घूम रहे हैं. So that means both are apart from a certain distance. That distance must be equals to the radius of the circle. So ultimately we got that let the two bodies of masses m1 and m2 will be m. m1 equals to m2 equals to m. Given here. After that, distance between two bodies r is given 2r, because diameter is equals to 2 into radius. Diameter is equals to 2 into radius. If it is this object is located from the center, it is suppose r. This is also from distance r only. So r plus r 2r. दोनों पॉइंट दो ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच में, पॉइंट ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच में डिस्टेंस कितना है? 2r. Now, after that, we are going to find the magnitude of force of mutual gravitational attractions. So, what? Since, according to Newton's law of gravitation, F equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. Now, here G, suppose we are not taking the value of G. We are writing G only. G. Now, mass will be, what? M1, M2, both are M. Here will be M into M. M into M. And radius is what? 2R. It will be 2R whole square. So ultimately, we got that F equals to G m square divided by 2r whole square. So 2 square 4 r square. It will be 4 r square. This is the entire value of force of attractions which is exerted in between these two objects. This is the entire magnitude of force which is exerted in between two. यही फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस इन दो बॉडी के बीच में लग रहा है. दिस इज द आंसर ऑफ द फर्स्ट पार्ट, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ फोर्स ऑफ म्यूचुअल ग्रेविटेशनल अट्रैक्शन. दिस इज द आंसर. नाउ द सेकंड पार्ट, वेलोसिटी ऑफ ईच पार्टिकल. आप लोग सब जानते हैं बच्चे क्या सारे? हेलो बच्चों, आप लोग सब जानते हो कि व्हेन अ बॉडी रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड अ सर्कुलर पाथ, तो अल्टीमेटली दैट velocity should be, what? V. And if it is attains with a velocity v, and if it is revolving around a circular track, so that force of attractions must be equals to the centripetal force. जब कोई पार्टिकल किसी सर्कुलर ट्रैक में रोटेट करते हैं तो वो क्या होते हैं? उसका फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस आइदर टुवर्ड द center or maybe away from the center. So either maybe it is centripetal or maybe it is centrifugal. But here it will be towards its center. This force of attractions will be towards its center. So ultimately we can say that this force of attractions must be equals to the centripetal force, and the centripetal force is d equals to mv square by r. If v is the velocity attained by the particle when rotating in a circular track. So what? We can write now we got the value of F equals to G m square divided by 4 r square. Now the second part is what? what will be the velocity attained by the particle, means each particle, as this force being equals to the centripetal force and the centripetal force of attractions, that is F, equals to mv square upon r. So if we assume this one is equation first and this one is equations 2, so from equation first and second we get that from equation first and second we get gm square upon 4r square equals to mv square upon r, because the value of f is equals to gm square upon 4r square, and here f equals to f mv square upon r, because here this force is being shows the centripetal force, and this centripetal force is must be equals to mv square by r. And now both the forces are, what we have to put the values of this f equals to this one in this equation. That's why I have written from equation first and second we get that this force and this force must be same. Now m and 1m cancel out, 1r and 1r cancel out. Now here will be v square equals to g m upon 4r. So ultimately here the v square equals to gm upon 4r, then v equals to under square root gm upon 4r. This is the entire velocity attained by the particles when it is rotated in a circular track. This is the entire solution.